Aloha, my name is Christina, and today we'll be doing a 20-minute Pilates mat and TRX workout. I've been teaching a TRX class in person on Oahu for about a year now, and a lot of my clients have seen really great results. Pilates mat and TRX are really good and challenging, but super complementary. We'll be doing about 10 minutes of Pilates mat and then jump into 10 minutes of TRX. So come on down and let's get started. I've already hung my TRX extension strap, so I'm just gonna put my strap off to the side so I don't kind of hit it and smack it while we're doing our Pilates mat series. Let's start with a quick little stretch series in our all-fours position. So hands underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips, and then just start your cat-cows. Scooping the tummy in, and then inhale, drop it down, arch. I always love starting with these. I pretty much start with these in my TRX class, like every single class, because I think it just really helps to sort of mobilize and warm up your spine. One more. Scoop and tuck it around. Inhale, drop it down and arch. Good. Tuck the toes under, hips up into your downward dog. Good. Bend one knee at a time. Swivel through the hips. Good. Just kind of warming up the body, warming up the legs. Awesome. Just up your right foot forward into a lunge. We'll come up to a balance today. Fix my leggings. And then we'll send the hips forward. Stretch the front of that left hip. Good. Drop that back knee down. Send your hips back into a hamstring stretch. Flex the foot and pull the toes back. If you hear a little bone chewing or whining in the background, I got a dog. So that might be what you hear in the background. Good. Hips forward. Perfect. Drop that knee down, send the hips back. Maybe one day she'll make an appearance in one of these videos, but I think she'd be a little too crazy and running around. So we'll table that for another time. Very nice. Come back to your all fours position. Let's do a twist under. Left arm underneath. Right arm goes up to the top of the mat. Good. Press up to your all fours. Move my hair. Right arm underneath. Left arm to the top of the mat. Good. And then come back up to your all fours. Okay. Come all the way down. Let's go into our series of 5. So as always, any modifications that you need, you can take them. If you need to keep the head down the entire time, that is totally fine. We're going to do maybe 1 and 2 together. We'll take like little breaks in between. We're going to bring the legs into tabletop, curl up nice and high, dropping the shoulders down. Hug that right knee in, left leg straight, and then switch. 4, 2, and switch, and 3, and switch, and 4. So always think about stretching that leg long. 5, 6, shoulders are relaxed. 7, and 8, and 8. 2 more, 9, and 9. Good. Let's try double leg stretch right away. Both legs in. Hands reach forward. Curl up a little bit higher. Arms and legs reach away. Circle the arms, bend the knees. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, pull. Inhale, 3. So really squeeze the legs together. 4. Shoulders are down the back. 5. And then make sure that the arms don't get too far back behind you. 6, so they end up next to the ears. 7, exhale. 8, exhale. 2 more. 9, exhale. 1 more. 10. Good. Hug the knees in, drop the head down, relax, take a little moment. Just give your neck a bit of a break. Okay, let's do our single straight leg. You're going to curl up high, right leg up, left leg out. We're just going to scissor the legs today. Scissor grab, switch, and 2, and 2, and 3, and 3, and 4. So keeping the legs as straight as you can. 5, 6, and 6, 7, really nice, and 8. And 8, 2 more, 9, and 9, 1 more, 10, and then relax. Okay, if your neck is bothering you a lot, just keep the head down and arms down for this one. If you can, we're going to curl up high. Hands go behind the head. Shoulders are down the back and legs up to the ceiling. Good. Turn the legs out. I have something on my leggings. We're going to inhale, swing it down. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower 2. So hips and pelvis are super still. 3, squeeze the legs together. 4. Inhale, 5, exhale to lift. Inhale, 6, exhale to lift. Inhale, 7. Legs are super straight. Reach them out to the other side of the room. 8. 2 more. You got it. 9. Last one. And then relax. Good. Take a little moment, shake up the head and the neck. We have one more. We're going to do our or crisscross. Let's do straight legs today though. So hands are going to go behind the head. They're curled up again. Right leg is up, left leg is out. Think about rotating towards that leg and then switch. 2, switch. 3, switch. 4 and 4. Keep going. 5, 5, 6, 6. You got it. 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, and then relax. Ooh-wee. Okay. Take a little moment for the abs. Let's roll to the side. We're going to do our side lying. I want to do a couple of these up on the elbow today. If this bothers your neck or your arm, you can lay all the way down. That is totally fine. If you can, though, as you prop yourself up, elbow underneath the shoulder, and then instead of sinking into the bottom ribs, really lift up. So it should almost feel kind of like a side plank. We're going to swing the feet forward. So 90 at the hips, 90 at the knees. I'm going to scooch, so I'm a little bit further away from my plant. Okay, lengthen, lengthen. Abs are zipped in. Super simple, just clams. And 2. Really want the side of the glute to start to fire. 4, 5, 6. Really nice. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hydrants for 10. And 2, 3, 4. Good. And 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Extend the leg out really long through the spine. Inhale, swing the leg forward. Exhale, swing it back. 2 and 3. So just a quick set today. I also feel like when you're propped up higher, 5, the glute has to work harder. 6. So you should already feel the glute working. 7, 8. Awesome. 2 more. 9, 10. Good. And then relax. Good. We're going to stretch it in a second. For this one, we are going to lay all the way down. So ear is on the hand or the arm. Leg can go back or it can go forward. Totally up to you. Just see how your hip and your knee feels. I like to go forward because I personally like to grab the ankle, lengthen through the spine, scoop in with the abs. Bottom leg is in line with your torso. Use that inner thigh to lift up and down. 2. This was a little funky. 3. You got it. 4, 5. So I'm thinking upper inner thigh. 6, 7, 8, 9. Lift and hold little circles for 10. Circle from the thigh. 3, 4. A lot of people start to circle their foot. 5, 6. Circle from the leg. 7, 8, 9. Other direction. 4, 10. And 2, and 3. Nice. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9, 10, and then relax. Stack the, we're going to stretch everything in a second. Scoot the legs forward. So my butt is kind of lined up the back edge of the mat. My legs are slightly forward. Top end is going to press into the floor. Lengthen through the spine. So we're going to use abs, obliques, and legs to lift. And then back down. 2, 3. So it's a little funky. 4, 5. So zip up for the front of the abs. 6 to lift the legs. 7, 8. Nice. 9, 10, and then relax. Good. Let's go ahead and do the other side first, and then we'll stretch everything at the same time. I know these leggings are not working with me today. Okay, so elbow is underneath the shoulder. Hips are in line with the elbow, and then knees at 90. Take a moment, lengthen, lift through that bottom rib cage and oblique, and then top hand on the hip. And then just start with a really simple clams. 2. So abs are zipped in. 3 to stabilize. 4. So nothing else moves besides the leg. 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. Lift the leg up and down for hydrants. 10, and 2, and 3, and 4. Good. And 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Extend the leg out. Last one. Inhale, swing the leg forward. Exhale, swing it back. So I think abs and then back of the leg. 3. So again, hips are still. 4. Chest is open. 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. 9, 10. And then relax. Okay, take a little moment. Tap out the hip. I'm going to switch my microphone. I always feel like I end up screaming into it. Lay all the way down. Top leg can either go back behind or in front. Grab the ankle if you'd like. You just want to make sure the bottom leg is in line with the torso. Chest is open and long. You're going to start to lift and lower that bottom leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. 8, 9. Lift and hold. You're going to circle for 10, 2, 3, 4. This side's a little harder. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Other direction. 4, 10. Trying to keep the legs straight. 3. Circle from the thigh. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then relax. Good. Squeeze the legs together. Send the feet forward. Abs are zipped in. Press that top hand into the mat. And you're going to lift both legs up and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kind of zip and squeeze. 7, 8. Good. 9, 10. And then relax. Good. So let's come up to stretch. So you can either bottom leg straight, top leg bent over, or you can cross both legs. Just take a moment, stretch your glutes. Good. Switch sides. So stretch the glutes, I guess. All right, let's do a quick inner thigh stretch. So open the legs out to the sides. Oh, you want to make sure that the legs are wide enough to feel the inner thighs, but not so wide that you're kind of rolling backwards. And then just send the hips of the chest down and forward. Awesome. And then come all the way up to sit. Very, very nice. Let's go ahead and hang our TRX straps and we'll get rid of our mat. Okay. Just going to fold the mat, put it off to the side. And then whenever we set up our TRX straps, it really just depends on what setup you have, maybe indoors or even if you're outdoors. I've been measuring in my classes, so like as high as I can with my arms, maybe I can come up to my tippy toes. But I found that that is a pretty good height that kind of gets a little bit of everything. We're not going to do planks on the floor today, so we don't necessarily need the straps super, super long. So right now, the straps are kind of this like halfway marking. In my apartment, because it is a little bit on the smaller side, I'm going to shorten these a tiny bit so I don't end up hitting kind of like the door behind me. I'm also realizing this mat is in the wrong spot, so I'm just going to move it on this side. Okay, let's do our squat series. So the way that I kind of measure and set up is strap is tight, elbows are in, and then your body is vertical. We're going to start in a Pilates V. Sometimes if we're too far away, the chest ends up getting too far forward, or if we're too close, we end up having to lean back. So personally, I like this setup. So body is upright, elbows are in, and strap is taut to start. Okay, so inhale, squat low. So take a moment, your spine is vertical, shoulders are down, abs are zipped in. Press into the heels to find your glutes, and then exhale to stand. Inhale, 2, exhale, stand, and 3. Good. So using the glutes to lift. 4, and a lift. 5, awesome. 6, always make sure the knees and toes are pointing in the same direction. And 8, perfect. And 9. Just one more, 10, and then backing up. Good. Separate the heel. So now legs are parallel, knees and toes are pointing forward. Inhale, squat down. Take a moment, draw the shoulders down, chest stays open, and then stand for 10. And 2, and a lift. 3, and a lift. And 4. Good. So again, digging the heels into the ground. 5, 6, zip up through the abs to lift. 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Good. From here, we're going to separate the feet wide, turned up. A lot of people set their feet up like super wide or super turned up. Think more of a V or more of a diagonal. So at the bottom, your knees and toes are still pointing the same direction. Save the knees, squeeze the glutes, and then come all the way up. Inhale, 2, exhale, lift. 3. So I always think about like for 80% legs, 20% arms. 5. Your arms are working, but it's primarily your legs. Good. 3 more. 3 and 2. Last one. And then come on up. Okay. One thing, if you've been following me for a while, you know about my toe and the Vana saga and getting sea urchin in my foot. So my range of motion isn't fully back, but we're going to take a baby step back. I'm going to try to lift the heels up as high as I can, as high as you can. Zip and squeeze everything together. So I want to make sure here, vertical. So I'm going to step back a little bit more. Strap is tight, body is vertical, elbows are in. So from the first position, I scooted back like half a foot. Okay, inhale, squat down low, heels are still high, and then exhale, lift. Inhale, 2, and exhale, lift. And 3. So really push the toes into the floor. 4, chest is open. 5, nice. You want to get pretty low. 6, and 7, and 8, and 9. Nice. One more. 10. And then relax. Good. Shake it out. Okay. So arm series. One thing that I've been doing with my group classes is we've been slowing this series down. We're going to lift up in 1 count and lower down in 3 counts. So if this was my setup for my legs, body is vertical, strap is tight, elbows are in. I'm going to take a baby step forward just to make it a little heavier. Legs are still parallel. They're about like a few inches apart. Okay, so chest is open, palms are facing in. We're going to pull up with the arms. Good. So elbows are pretty close for this one. We're going to lower down in 3 counts. Lower, 3, 2, 1. Pull up, 2, lower, 3, 2, 1. And 3, lower. So my torso is kind of at that or my body's at that diagonal. Lower, 3, 2, 1. Pull up, 5, lower, 3. Elbows are close. 1. Pull up, 6, lower, 3, 2, 1. You got it. 7, lower, 3, 2, 1. And 8. So you're still engaging your back on the way down. And 9, lower, 3, 2. Last 1. And 10, lower, 3, 2. Same thing, palms face down, elbows wide as you pull. Here we go. Pull up, 1, lower, 3, 2, 1. Pull up, 2, lower, 3. So thinking about like mid back. Pull up, 3, lower, 3, 2, 1. And 4, lower, 3. Just getting it out of the neck. 1. Here we go. And 5, lower, 3, 2, 1. And 6, lower, 3, 2. You got it. 1. And 7, lower, 3, 2, 1. And 8, lower, 3, 2. 2 more. And 9, lower, 3, 2. Last 1. And 10, lower, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. We're going to do a slightly different setup. So from here, still same combo, up in 1 count and down in 3, but I want to measure first. So I'm going to bring the elbows to like that kind of cactus position. I'm going to step back so the strap is tight. My body is vertical. This might be a little light, but I'd rather start here and start to lean back. Make sure I'm not going to hit anything. Okay, so come up in 1 piece. Good. Dropping the shoulders down. Lower, 3, 2, arms are straight. Pull up, 1, lower, 3. So if you're starting to creep into the neck, you can do arms a little bit lower. Lower, 3, 2. Trying to stay in more mid back. And 4, lower, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And 5, lower, 3, 2. Really use the back. And 6, lower, 3, 2, 1. You got it. 7, lower, 3, 2, 1. And 8, lower, 3, 2. Good. And 9, lower, 3, 2. Last one. 10, lower, 3, 2. Straighten the arms. Okay, last one. Palms face up. Take a moment, draw the shoulder blades slightly together. You're going to bend the elbows. They're pretty high. Shoulders are down. Good. Oh, sorry. Lower 3 counts. Lower, 3, 2, 1. Bicep curl. 2, lower, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And 3, lower, 3, 2, and 1. And 4, lower, 3, 2. Good. 1. And 5, lower, 3, 2, and 1. And 6, lower, 3, 2. So elbows are high, but shoulders are down. 7, lower, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And 8, lower 3, 2, 1, 2 more, and 9, lower 3, 2, last 1, and 10, lower 3, 2, 1, and then relax. Take a big step back, round your spine, take a moment, and you're just going to stretch the back. Very, very nice. All right, come all the way up to stand. Let's do one more series. We're going to do our standing plank. So again, I'm going to move my mat over. So this is always a weird one where you want the length of the straps about the length of the arms. So in actuality, this is actually kind of the right setup. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my microphone to the center of my top. Sure, we're going to work with that today. So the straps don't hit it. So for this one, I like to stand slightly. So if I was letting the straps kind of hang, they're sort of like hitting my back. So I'm slightly in front of the anchor. I'm going to bring the straps around the front. So, oh, it's slightly high. So I want it where the arms are straight, hands in the handles, and I can really almost push it down. So I'm going to lower them maybe like an inch or so. Because if they're too high, that's better. If they're too high or too short, you end up having to A, lean forward to swing out, or B, you have it to end up like leaning back, which just feels crazy. So we want to make sure, I'm still touching that anchor back there, that we're in front of the anchor, and then the strap is super tight. Okay, standing planks. So zip up through the legs, press down with the arms, and you're going to inhale, superwoman your way out. So hands end up maybe like chin level, not all the way up to the forehead, because sometimes when we're here, we end up sticking the butt out. So we want to think a nice long plank position. Lats are working, abs are working, glutes are working, and then you're going to swing your way back in. So inhale, we swing forward, shoulders are down, and exhale, swing it back in. Good. So this is one of the ones that looks really easy, 3, but it's really difficult to do correctly. Inhale, swing forward, 4. Good. So we always want to make sure that the back doesn't arch and your butt doesn't stay back. 5. So you're in a standing plank position. Inhale, swing forward, 6. Good. So kind of all the same things you would normally use in a plank. Abs, lats, and glutes are still working here. Good. 3 more. 3. And then swing back in. Kind of zip up through the legs, and 2, and swing back in. Okay, on the next one, we're going to swing forward and hold. Drop the shoulders down, small, open the right arm for 5, 4, don't move anything else, 3, 2, 1, other arm for 5. So the right arm is still, 3, the torso is still, 2, 1, both arms for 10, 2, you got it, 3, 4, keep zipping, 5, shoulders are down, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 10, and then swing back in. Okay, we're going to take a full step forward. So the straps are a little short. That's fine. We're going to swing forward, handles together. They're going to end up about eye level. So really zip through the legs, drop the shoulders down, triceps. Inhale, we bend. Exhale, we push away. These are hard too. So the handles stay. Then your body goes forward, and then you push away. Nice. And 4, and a reach. And 5, and a reach. Keep going. 6. Good, good, good. And 7. Try to draw those shoulders down the back. 8. Keep the neck really long. 9. Okay, here we go. You're going to bend and hold here for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax. Good. Take a big step forward. We're just going to stretch the arms. Chest is forward. Arms are up. Good. Switch your feet. We're going to bend the elbows kind of like a cactus. We're going to stretch the shoulders and the pecs there. Good. And then we're actually going to reach the arms back. So palms are facing down. Our hands are on top of the handles. Keep the arms straight. Keep the torso vertical. And then you're going to walk forward. I'm going to hit my mat. That's okay. So I want to get as tall as possible, stretching the shoulders. Good. And then go ahead and step back. and then relax. You made it. Just 10 minutes of mat, 10 minutes of TRX, full body, very, very challenging workout. Stay tuned for more TRX workouts. If you have any special requests, comment below or email me at info@ChristinaLKBlack.com. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time. Aloha.